Hello, Concord Junior High. This is your math teacher, Mr. Rock, with another math video. This time, the video is about solving absolute value, one variable inequalities. Here we go. Okay, so this is the first problem from your assignment. And the problem is the absolute value of the difference, n minus 5, is less than 4. And what we are being asked to do is we are asked to solve this inequality, and we are being asked to graph the solutions on a number line. So let's go ahead and solve this inequality first. I'm going to write down the problem. We have n minus 5, absolute value is less than 4. If you recall, when you solve an absolute value problem, there are two cases. The first case is just to pretend that the absolute value is not even there. So I write down n minus 4, n minus 5 is less than 4. The second case, however, you change one side to the opposite. So in this problem, this is going to be n minus 5, and I'm going to change the 4 from positive to negative. And since this is an inequality, changing 4 to negative 4 is like multiplying by a negative 1, and when you multiply by a negative, you have to reverse the direction of the inequality. Okay, so let's go over that one more time. The first case is you just write down the inequality without any absolute value. The second time is you write down the inequality with a couple of changes. One is you reverse the direction of the inequality. So if it's less than, it becomes greater than, and you change the right-hand side to the opposite. So if this is 4, the opposite will be negative 4. Okay, so now we're ready to solve. Solving won't be too bad. I add 5 here and add 5 here. I get n is less than 9. Over here I add 5 and I add 5 and I get n is greater than 5. Okay, so now for the graphing. I'm going to draw a number line. And I'm going to put 0 in the middle. And I'm going to graph, or I'm going to plot these 2 points that I see. I see 5 here. Here is 5. Right? So I'm going to plot 5. We'll say that, I don't know, I guess I better put some numbers here. Here's 5. And this is open, meaning that 5 is not inclusive. So I'm going to graph 5. And then the other number that I see in the other inequality is 9. Okay, so I'm going to graph 9. So here's the number 9. I chose the wrong pen. I chose a highlighter. Okay, so when I make my graph, what I want to do is I draw a line. I put down 0 here, somewhere in the middle. It doesn't have to be in the middle, but let's just say in the middle. So one number that I see here is 5, so I'm going to put 5 on the number line. And the other number that I see here is 9, so I'm going to put 9 on the number line. Okay, and then I'm going to graph. So let's see. I'm going to graph n is greater than 5. Well, if n is greater than 5, and it goes this way. N greater than 5 goes that way. And then I need to graph n is less than 9. Okay, so I'm gonna start at 9, and I'm gonna go this way. I should probably make these two lines a little thicker so you can see them. Alright, so I've graphed the solutions. And I put arrows on the end to show that the line continues in that direction forever and ever. Now, do you see where the two lines overlap? They overlap from 5 to 9. Okay, those are the solutions. This is where n lives. So when I go to write my final answer, I can say that n is in between 5 and 9. So what that means is if I pick a number between 5 and 9, it will work in the inequality. Okay, for example, if I pick 6, for example, if I pick 6 and I put it into that inequality, I have the absolute value of 6 minus 5. Is that less than 4? Let's see, 6 minus 5 is 1. The absolute value of 1 is 1. Is 1 less than 4? Yes. Okay, so what we have done is we have figured out a boundary. Okay, we have figured out the boundary, an interval where we have solutions for n. If I said x earlier, I'm sorry, the variable is n. We have found solutions for n that work in the absolute value inequality. By the way, on your paper, this would be the answer here. This whole thing would be the answer right there. And here is one final note about this problem. This problem is very much like the and. Okay, and what that means is the solution has to be in both inequalities in order for it to be a solution. It has to be in the place where there's overlap. In the next problem, we're going to see that it's an or. Okay, here is another example. This is problem number 2 from your worksheet. We have the absolute value of v minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. So whenever you have absolute value, you need to think, okay, I have two cases. Whether it's an equation or an absolute value, there are two cases. Okay, the first case is just working out the problem like there's no absolute value there. Okay, and the second case is we change the right-hand side to the opposite. So we have v minus 2 is negative 8. But remember, this is like multiplying by a negative 1. So we want to reverse the direction of the inequality. All right, so I have my two cases. Let's solve, add 2, and I get v is greater than 10. Over here, going to add 2, and I get v is less than or equal to negative 6. All right, so now let's make a number line. My number line is going to look like this. Put 0 somewhere in the middle. This is just kind of an estimate. I need the number 10, and the number 10 is here, and it's open. It's not inclusive. And I need the number negative 6. So So negative 6 is going to be somewhere over here, and this is going to be filled in. It's inclusive. Remember, extra mark, make it dark. All right, so let's graph. Let's see what we have here. We have v is less than or equal to negative 6. So that means that this side is going to be shaded. And then over here, we have v is greater than 10, which means that this side is going to be shaded. Look at that. So the solutions to this problem, the solutions of this problem are like the or. Okay, they have to be in one section or another section that's shaded. So for example, if I pick the number, let's say negative 8, so where would negative 8 be? Negative 8 would be somewhere here. And I put that into the inequality. Let's see what happens. I have the absolute value of negative 8 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. This is going to be the absolute value of negative 10 is greater than or equal to 8. The absolute value of negative 10 is 10, so that's greater than or equal to 8. That's true. Over here, let's pick the number, I don't know, 20. 20 would be maybe somewhere over there. Let's see if this works. The absolute value of 20 minus 2 is greater than or equal to 8. 20 minus 2 is 18. And then the absolute value of 18 is greater than or equal to 8. So if you remember from the last video and the last assignment, this is very much like the or. It has to be in one section or the other. Okay, in this video you learned how to solve absolute value inequalities. Remember, when you have an absolute value, whether it's an inequality or an equation, you're going to have to work out two problems, a positive case and a negative case. And remember, with the absolute value, when you work out the negative case, you have to reverse the direction of the inequality. Also keep in mind that when you solve an absolute value inequality, it's going to be like the and or problems when there's not an absolute value. Good luck with your assignment. I hope this video helps.